Design workbook movie number 2. We're just going to look at how this might work online. So we're going to make it up in InDesign and essentially output it, but I'm just going to go up to an example where it could be used online. And in my case, I've basically using an iframe put it into or embedded into a web page. So let's just have a look at this. This is a course. This is using Moodle, and within this course and this section, here's the file. Now this is actually a working file. For example, I can click here and I can click back. So we've got the animation, and if I go all the way through to the end, I think I had 8 pages in this one, we even have the working video. Now there's a couple of other buttons here. One is, this is how you can learn how to publish online, and so that's directly in the files that you put there, as well as if I click anywhere in the center, it will just open up into the full screen. So notice we've got escape here. So this of course works. And by the way, just in case I forget later, if you're embedding a video into your InDesign file, basically you just place it in there, make sure you don't put graphics over the top, because if you do that, just that box of the graphic, be it invisible or not, will still stop these tools from working, because this box is on top of the video box. So video box will have to be on the top, or graphics outside that view. Anyway, I can still go right up to, should be able to go up to the top here, or actually just over to the online version. I do have to go straight back through here. Now you can also put full content menus in the system with a table of contents, but that will be for another video. But I'll just go all the way back to the beginning again, and you see we've even got our animation. Click the escape key, and we're just back into that format with that iframe embedded video just in the page there. So I'm just going to close that for now. So let's just go through, and we're going to just build this up. And what I'm going to do is, just for the first stage, just do the quick output to PDF. So I'm going to use my PDF slightly smaller page version. So if we just open this up, now these files are exactly the same. This is using InDesign 2017 for this version, but these files are exactly the same, just barring the video in the video file I had here. So I'm just going to go to my pages here, and I've just got 7 pages in this version. Go back to the top, I can double click on that, it should go there. So you'll see on this first page here, I did actually have the animation. Oh, I think this might be the video one that has just opened. It doesn't matter, I'm just going to work with both just to show you anyway. I just had one version for video and one without, but what we've got here is just a normal file with a number of pages. So if I just open this up and scroll through, you see it's just simply put together with simple graphics. So obviously the first thing we want to do here is we want to get our master page. So if I go to the pages here, and if I just go into my A master, and what I've got here is just my A master with a graphic. Now it can extend outside the edge, doesn't matter, that's going to be cut off. But you see this says A. So just drop in any font style that you want, at the size you want to set it up. Now by the way, when you have a master page, the graphic's going to be hidden if you've got objects go over the top. So just be wary of that. There's an easy way to get around it, but I mean, just for the time being, it's good to keep your master area nice and clean. So all I need to do is, with that type selected, I just go to type here, and I come down basically just underneath here. We've got just under insert, if I've got the type selected, you can actually just go through and maybe I just need to highlight that like so, and I'm just going to do it again. Just be a little bit wary when you're working with InDesign and Illustrator. Illustrator, you just use the pointer tool to select the object, but you do have to highlight the text when you're doing it with InDesign. So here it is. I've just got my markers here from Insert Special Character. If I go across current page number, and whatever you had, it could be 1, 2, 0, that number, when you click this, it's going to turn into an A for automatic page numbering. Okay, so it's simple as that. So I'm just going to come back here, go back to my pointer tool, so selecting type, in the pages, and now I'll go to page 1. So we're master page at the moment, master A. Just go to page 1, and if I just close that, I've just populated these areas here. Okay, so seeing we're on this one file, I don't think I put the video into this one at the bottom either. Yes, I did, so I'll just go through and quickly show you how that's done anyway. So what I'm going to do is just let's get some animation here. So essentially I've got animation added to both of these files, and this is a little animation symbol here. I'm going to do it to somewhere else so you can see how that works. Just this little graphic down the bottom here. All I need to do is come up under just a window here, and we're just looking at interactive animation, and another key tool down the bottom here is ePub interactivity preview. So if you're on 2014 you won't see some of these things, so you need to be 2015 and above. I'm 2017 in design, so I'll just go to animation, and what I'm going to do here is essentially let's go and choose a preset. So I've got all these just standard animations. Now if you're using Adobe Animate, you can really go to town with full page HTML style animation, JavaScript animation, etc., which can work brilliantly for doing really complicated work, but just initially get some interesting things. All I'm going to do is this. So I'm going to fly in from top, should see that working, and you can play with your timing here. Now you've even got events, like in this case it's on page load, so these are something that you can experiment with and animate down here to change things. So you've got quite a bit of diversity. I'm just going to leave it standard, and I basically got that selected. Here's my animation at the moment, and it's pretty well good to go, but I want to see really what it does look like. So that's where we come back to I'll close this, so just get that out of the way. We don't need that open anymore. It's still added, see? Didn't have to save it at this stage. I'll save the whole file and that will save it. And I'll just come down to interactive and come down to ePub interactivity preview, and I can pull it out and see there's the preview. I can make it a little bit bigger, and basically can't go to the page numbers here, but I can just preview that again. So that's great. I'm really happy with that, and I'm basically just going to save that file, and just for a start I'm going to save it to just the PDF. So I'll just go to my Adobe presets. Now there's other movies that I have in my set that show you how to do all your job options. You can do anything you want for print or whatever, but just for the time being I'm just going to just stay with just a standard. I'll stay with just high quality print for the time being, and I'm just going to make that as a PDF file. Let's call it test here, just so I don't destroy anything, and I'll save that, and I'm just going to export. I'm not going to worry about any of these settings for the time being. By the way, you do see this button here down line. Okay, now that's something to remember, but I'm just going to go export, and it's basically just exporting as a PDF now. I'm just going to, you can go Command H just to minimize, or you can just click minimize. That'll be fine for what I'm doing at the moment. So Workbook test PDF here, just loaded in here now. If I just go through and have a look at that, open that up. Hopefully it's going to open up there. And here it is. Oh, there's no animation there, but I put on the next page, or hopefully that's working. So, oh, no arrows on that side. So I'll just use my arrows to on my keyboard, or you can scroll down, but I'll go here. There's no animation here either. I go all the way through to the end. I didn't have the movie on that page either. Might have had to a certain number, but anyway, that's okay for the PDF, and generally that's great. Of course, you can go up to view and view full screen as well, or turn these to automatically do these things. Lots of interactions you can add to PDF as well. Right, but for this movie, just want to really go back to the PDF. So what I'm going to do now is just come back to my InDesign. I think I had it down the bottom here, and just make sure that that's the one with the video. Definitely is for sure. But certainly didn't get any video happening in the other file there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go File, and I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to, I can click Publish Online, but what I'm going to do is a little bit differently. I'm going to come down, oh, by the way, there's your Publish Online dashboard as well. Now you do need your own creative license to do that, so maybe I'll just quickly click on the dashboard, and it's going to show you what that is. Any files you want to build up that you're sharing, you want to have there for a while, delete or store or whatever. I've just got 2 up there at the moment, so you can delete them, you can download them from there, you can share them from here. So it's a great way to just have your assets when you're working sort of on a more global scale. But we'll come back to just easily preparing this and doing the ePub at the same time. There's also a new analytics, so you can actually track on who's viewing it. So some fantastic tools coming out as well, so that's great. So I'm going to come back here, and it doesn't really matter what page I'm on. I'm just going to now come here and make sure I'm in InDesign. I'm just going to go File, and I'm going to come down here, and of course I don't want to go to the PDF. I actually want to go to Export. So click on Export, and I'm going to change this to a ePub fixed layout. Now I've got other movies for reflowable, but we want to keep our design as it is with the benefits of all that, so I'm going to go fixed layout. I think this is really sort of taken over the DPS really for it, and you can distribute it, it doesn't cost you anything. So I see this as a pretty cool tool really. So this one is a test as well, but it's going to be an ePub. I'm going to go save. And down here, just before I do anything, I'm going to click Publish Online after you export. So I'm going to click that one because I do want to publish it. And now there's a whole lot of things we can do. Table of contents, which I don't have one in here, but you really can set that up and actually go down to the style here, put styles in whatever, etc. But I'm not covering that in this video. Other videos do cover that. But if it's a large document, they can really help. The smaller one, not so important. But initially, to get the design and the look and feel of it, all I need to do is go to Spread Control. If I go to Convert Spread to Landscape, especially the landscape, it's going to be just really, really wide, and it's not going to fit any tablet device. But if it's sort of a portrait view, it can actually be quite nice if you want to showcase your double page spread, especially on the larger Pro iPad. It will be a great way to enable that. I'm not going to do that for now. I'm just going to stay with the basic setup just to show how simple it is. And what I'm going to do is just go OK now. So that was pretty simple, wasn't it? Haven't even worried about any other settings there. So let's just go OK. So here it is, opening up, and wow, there's my animation I had before. So just here, I'm just going to go to the next page, and here's my animation here, all the way through, basically, to the video, which in this case, I did use this earlier file, and I just realized that why I didn't want to use it. This is exactly what I was talking about. Great, I'm going to go and play the video now, and it doesn't work. Why doesn't it work? Because I put my graphic over the top. Now I like the way it looks over the top, but it's obscuring it because it's a box that sits around it. So just something to be aware of, so you need to move that out of the way or make sure that the video's on the top. Well, that's just putting things together, so it's basically setting up your master pages, putting together your InDesign file any way you like, and just basically publishing this fixed layout. And the standard settings do a pretty good job. But okay, just talked about online, so I'm just going to close that now. And just in my InDesign file here, now this has come up. Okay, so it was just a little bit hidden, and basically I'm just going to call it Workbook Test. There's Advanced, which I'm just going to stay nice and general. Advanced, just a few extra tools. You can learn that and see what's in there. Give it a description if you want as well. I'm just going to call it Test 2. Now this is a great way to show ideas with your clients. So single page, which I want to stay with single page, or spreads, you get the option again. I want all pages. Maybe if you just want to profile one page to get up there quickly, you can do that. And just select the page range. And this is really good because you can allow viewers to download the document, but it will download as a PDF. So really you don't need to do a PDF. All you need to do is this format, and the user can download that. So you can even hide it, hide the share, so that cannot be done as well. But I do want everything, allow viewers to download. I'm going to click on that, and basically I'm just going to go publish now. So as it just goes through the publishing stage there, it should be published in here. I'm just going to just wait just a minute as it publishes up there. Now I did have a video in there, so that is probably just going to take a little bit longer. So here it is, it's loading up. videos do significantly increase your file size, so use them sparingly, and of course make sure you do also download your video to the good format like in .mp4, and you're significantly lowering the size of it and getting great quality at the same time. So here comes the document loading up here, and what it's given me now is an address that I can share on Facebook or just email, and or I can just go and view documents. So you see you've got some great things here, and also maybe want to publish it to my online dashboard. So I'm certainly going to go and push that, or view document directly from here. So, but what I might just do to show you this, just to finish the movie off, I'm just going to go and view the document now. Loading up, it's loading up in the InDesign servers, and so hopefully that's not going to take too long. Oh, that was pretty quick. I suppose it was already loaded there, and I've got my pages. So this is online. This is exactly what we had before. And of course, you can use the embedded code from that same file, and it works great all the way through. Now, the only thing, as I mentioned before, is not going to work with that video because of that issue. So something just to be aware of. So if I just close this one and just minimize, oh, here's what we wanted before. Just in the publish online here, I can just copy this and basically, if I just click on that, I've copied it, publish online, and it should be just publishing into my own online dashboard, and I've got that to use and share as I want. And of course, these tools here is I wanted to embed that. See if I click on test 2, I'll click on that, and here's the sizes that I can choose when I want to embed it online, just a standard size, or my iframe copy here that's going to allow this to just be embedded exactly like you saw earlier on. So thanks for watching. That just shows you these big advantages with especially working globally and then great tools within InDesign. Thanks again.